Welcome everybody, welcome! This is the final of the Soul Blazer Rando Tournament, the 4th annual Herb Percent. I'm in the company of Amelis. Welcome Amelis.
Good morning everybody.
How are you doing this morning?
Got more energy this morning, so we'll see how this works out for us.
I'm better, so hopefully I should have more energy as well today. Oh, tomorrow. Apologies, I meant yesterday. Also, you might have already noticed that English is not my native language, so I apologize for that. Yesterday, we had one crazy final in the last race. We had 5 seconds difference between Solar Cell 007 and Dented Razor. That was an amazing match. I cannot commentate on the 2 first one because I wasn't commentating. Hey, how was the match, the 2 first match?
The first match was extremely close. It's actually how our contestant ALIENsCUBE here managed to make it into this race. He was racing with LostC0re, who won that race and came in second with like less than 5 minutes between their races, and it was super close. Second race that Chitin won, it was extremely open and crazy the whole race, trying to follow what was going on. So we're in for a good show, everybody.
And right now we're seeing on stream the prize they are running for this year. It is a beautiful shadow box made by The Monitor on Etsy, and all weekend he will give you a 25% off of his entire store with the code, what's the code again? The Soul
Sale.
Soul Sale, thank you. He is in chat right now. Thank you so much, Link, for doing this prize again this year. I'll put it in the chat. And I'll just go and check if our runners are ready for this final. So also LostC0re was our winner of the first match. Chitin was our winner of the second match. The Hulk of our third match. And we had a wild card, which was ALIENsCUBE, and they are ready. Let's go. And there it is. They're starting the countdown.
For those of you that are joining us for the first time, this is the randomizer for Soul Blazer. It does kind of mix up what you know as the linear game if you know the vanilla. But at the same time, it still can be extremely linear in the fact that you still need those key bosses or key NPCs at the end to move to the next world. So we may see a lot open up really quickly, but at the same time we may see everybody get right back to about the same point at the same time later on in the race. We'll just have to wait and see.
And it is started. Let's see if we can switch this. Oh, there it is. Oh, we have the
and the tech difficulties start.
I actually kind of love it. We see the prize in the middle. It was not supposed to be like this, but it's funny because it's the final and we see the prize in the middle.
And so we saw everybody get through that first room. Everybody has their first sword, the Sword of Life, and they have moved on to our first area of the game, the underground castle.
Well, Link, you have a spotlight this morning. Everybody's seeing your prize. And there you go. And before we start commentating on the actual game, thank you, MLS, again for suggesting this layout. Since it's our 4th year, she said, why not take the St. Els, because there's 4 mermaid statue. and I worked around this for the layout, and I loved it. I love how it turned out. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And yeah, so it's a go. We have 4 great players this morning. LostC0re, who has world record in 100% US version. No, Japanese version. And Leolko has world record in any person, both Japanese and English version. And Kaiten and QB are 2 great runners as well in the community, so it's gonna be a tight match today.
Very much so. Is it going to be a tight match? Execution is going to be probably the biggest factor in it, but of course, this rando is a rando, and so it could come down to a decision on where to go.
Yep. And if you just joined this and never seen this rando before, what they need to know to finish the game, they need to find their 6 stone. The 6 stones will make them able to open the world of evil, and they need to find the 3 red hot items in order to open the castle to get to the last boss. And they also need the 3 required equipment to be able to actually kill the boss. So 12 items they need to find. They can move from world to world once they found every leader of their village, which you see right now on the tracker. It's 6 leaders they need to find as well.
Also, to complete the game, they need to find the 2 dancing grandmas and the king.
Yes. And so far it's gonna be pretty linear for the start. There's not much they can do, and they can differ in the road they take, because you always start with this area. So it is sort of semi-open world. Once they found the leader, they can go around, but at the beginning it's not open world. They already have 3 emblems. The emblems, if they collect 8, they can go see a special deer in the 2nd act, the Greenwood. And that deer bumps his head on a tree, and a blue jewel falls down, and it tells you, if you bring me 8 emblems, I will give you this item. When it's a required item, we call that a pet seed. It's actually a little Easter egg to A Link to the Past. And in this game, you will see a lot of medical herb, which is why we call this herb percent.
And as you see, we've already gotten our way out of Act 1 with the old lady and the village chief, I believe.
Yep. And so this is very painful for them. They're going into Act 2 at level 2 with no armor and no sword. Usually when you go to Act 2, you're around level 7, 8, and you at least have 1 sword and 1 armor. So it's gonna be very hard for them, a hard beginning.
Those of you that are new, if you are interested in getting into this randomizer, I just posted the Discord link in the chat. Feel free to join. All the members in it are more than welcome to help you get started, help you kind of learn it, give you access to the tracker that you're seeing on screen today that was created by Skarsnickus. Thank you for that. Also, big shout outs to La Hulk, who actually created the randomizer.
True. We have him in the race today, and he's the one who made this randomizer, and not this actual game, as I said yesterday. Although I'm pretty sure he wished he had. If you want to give our runners a follow, which will be more than welcome, I will put their link in chat. About this game, we didn't talk about it yesterday, but This game was part of a quintet. We say trilogy, but they actually had nothing to do. Like it's not a story that you would need to play the three of them to understand the story. But it was part of a trilogy with Terranigma, which was not released in the US. It was only released in Japan until somebody made one later in the years for the English community. And it was also part of the trilogy with Illusion of Gaia.
We didn't talk about it in our race, Queenie, but I did make mention of it at least in the first one. I think I did the second one, but they're all starting to kind of run together since I did all three of them yesterday.
I know Terranigma was the last one, but I think the order was Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terranigma. If somebody wants to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how they were released. Okay, thank you. I got the correct order.
And yes, as we were saying, you know, they are kind of theme related. Some of the monsters that you'll see in this game make appearances in the other games and kind of vice versa. Depending on which order you played them in will be how you refer to that reference. So.
And now it's awful. They're fighting statues with no armor and no good sword. Those statues can kill you really quickly if you don't pay attention. Kaiten releasing a mermaid who's gonna give them one item. And yes, in every of these games, the Quintet Trilogy, I mean, you have a dog named Turbo. I didn't see it, but I think Kaiten decided to go right away downstairs and come back later to fight those statues. And he's maybe stronger.
Well, it's not a bad choice. I mean, they do go away a lot faster when you're like level 5 with that sword versus level 3. And one of our dancing grandmas being released on Kaiton's screen.
Ooh! Oh, and QB taking a death here. Those statues sucks for that. They're so hard to kill when you're level 3. Rough beginning for a player.
And just more of those statues on Kaiton's screen. So let's see if he makes it through this round of them.
It was funny because at the beginning of this game, if you saw the message, which were all custom, like there's a few messages you can have, it said no armor until the World of Evil. Hopefully not.
And there's Kaiton getting a level up to kind of help get him through the rest of these monsters.
Oh yeah, one way to do this, it's you come back later by the back stairs and open the way to come back and kill those statues when you have more HP.
And just natural strength.
Yep. QB's gonna have to be careful here again. QB is ALIENsCUBE. Sorry, I say QB because that's how he's known around. And yeah, Dog do pointing out the plants in the corridor. It's a tight place and they sort of have a hand vine, which can also kill you. I bet they hate me right now. I already have 5 emblems though. That's not good. You better have some useful thing than emblems at the beginning of the game. Oh, and QB dying again. Poor QB. It's such a rough beginning.
Learning the mechanics of these enemies sometimes is the hardest thing to do in this randomizer and can be your biggest like saving grace when you're playing, knowing how to manipulate them to get through them.
Yep, and sometimes it's better to actually don't poke them all at the same time. Just even though it takes longer, it's safer and you don't die to poke a few ones, then come back, poke a few more. And there we go, he has a level up, so that should help him. Every time you have a level up, you actually refill your health. The Orc right now is having 1 HP. He has to be careful too.
LostC0re and LostC0re, they're in the same place trying to get through all this. And there's LostC0re's level up, so he's so happy for that, I can tell you. And finding that medical herb.
Yep. I was gonna say that medical herb will be welcome. And also showing us Gnome. Gnome, who is the leader of the Act 4 Mountain of Soul. But in order to be able to move and talk to him, you need to release the king as well. It's not enough just to have him, you have to have the king. Otherwise the prison is still closed, and you actually also need the way to get to him, to talk to him. I would say he's the only leader that's sort of harder to reach. There might be King Magritte, as well as you need to find the soldier that makes his castle built, who we'd like to call Bob the Builder. But other than this, all the leaders are pretty accessible easily. Well, maybe no, that's true. Mary, you need to find her stairs as well.
I was gonna say, I think Marie in Act 5 is probably the hardest one to get to, because you've got 2 stairs, a door, and then finding her. All the others, it's, you know, Gnome being a very close second, if not the hardest to get to. But all of our runners have found Leo's paintbrush and the greenwood leaf, so it'll be very interesting to see when that opens up to them, or if they decide to keep going depending on their equipment.
Oh, and Kaiten finding his second grandma already, wow. Maybe we'll get to see early grandmother dancing.
Oh, chat, you're in for a treat.
I hope they took their coffee, because I had mine. So you're saying right now, that's what I thought. Kaiten didn't kill those statues early on, so now he has to open this path to go back. But since he's 2 more level, it's gonna be a little bit easier. LostC0re in the Hulk has a copy-paste seed right now. Screen, I mean.
And so one of the things that we have not yet mentioned, this race right here is like a 3-way repeat of last year's finale. LostC0re, LostC0re, and ALIENsCUBE all were in our final last year, and it got really, really close as to who won that. So it'll be interesting to see what our ending looks like.
So yesterday I sang all the different songs for the dancing grandma. And I told Amelis that I have 4 new songs for the grandma this morning. So at this moment it's pretty tight. QB is a little bit behind, but nothing that cannot be
nothing that can't be quickly turned around.
Thank you. One place you go that has nothing and the other doesn't go, and you're in the lead again. This is why when people come in chat and says who's winning, it's always so hard to tell, because you don't know where they're gonna go next, and it might be useless place.
And of course, you know, when we're commentating this, we're trying to watch all 4 screens at the same time, just like you are as the viewer. And so we may miss somebody getting an NPC, and we kind of think somebody's ahead, and then we realize that they are missing an NPC, and so it drops them back really, really quickly. And so we always try our best for you guys, but it does get hard sometimes.
So right now, Vulcan, Kaiten, and LostC0re don't have the Zantetsu sword, and the Zantetsu sword is required to kill those metal scorpion that goes around. Oh, and LostC0re showing us where the Zantetsu sword is actually. So he knows he's gonna have to double dip and come back later to kill those Scorpio.
Also saw La Hulk there opening up the Gnome King, and so that's going to help open up us getting through Act 4 and getting to the end of the game.
Still no armor and no sword for them.
So the other thing you'll be noticing, like as the runners are coming close to what we refer to as the layers, that there's different patterns that you can get in how the monsters spawn out of those. You have the one like on ALIENsCUBE, which is like a single slow kind of proximity spawn. Chitin screen, you just saw one that just kind of let them all come out really, really quickly, and you have to do that. And then there's it kind of goes at a steady pace to release them one by one, but you don't have to be like really close.
The elk finding Bob the Builder. That's actually the soldier we need to be able to talk to King Madrid. Bob the Builder, can he do it?
Yes, he can.
Yay! I was afraid you would stay silent.
I told you I have a little more energy this time around. And remember, we don't know if we would get DMCA'd for that.
Oh, I don't think so. That's a kid song.
Okay, so next thing that you're seeing, everybody being in the fire shrine, is these hot plates that you're seeing get really, really red and then get really, really gray. When they're red hot, they do cause damage to the player unless they have a specific type of armor, which they have not found. That's the ice armor would make it where they could just kind of breeze across those, make this area really fast, but we're just having to watch them go really, really slow, take the time, or take the damage.
Yeah, and at this point, since they only level 6 with no armor, they kind of have to be careful about stepping on those plates. I don't know if they still have their middle color, but that might be something that they have to watch.
All these runners finding their lucky blade, which they would need in order to get to Lake Moon in the Mountain of Souls area. So lots of stuff kind of piecing itself together, everybody.
So in order to be able to swing the swords, all swords of a certain level, you need to be able to use them, to swing them. Otherwise, you can still use it by poking enemies by holding L or R, which we call in this game crab walking. But it only does 1 point of damage at the time, so it's depends on where you are. Sometimes it's better to stay with a lower sword that you can actually swing.
Yes, because the other advantage to that is that by able to swing the sword, you actually kind of immobilize the monsters for a split second or so. So, like, if you know that you're getting low on health, sometimes being able to get that one swing in and being able to move may save you from taking damage. Where if you're poking, the monsters still get to move right along with you and continue to do damage to you.
And Kaiten right now is being careful with walking on the lava. I don't know if he still has a medical herb.
Other thing is that opening up these NPC layers, it does give you back a little bit of health for each one that you save. So sometimes if you have a whole bunch kind of already opened and you notice you're getting low on health, you may want to run back and just kind of open those up really quickly to get that little health boost.
Oh, and QB getting a level up here. That will be more than welcome.
Oh, LostC0re finding our grandpa with the logs. That's the path to the king and the grandmas.
And LostC0re is going out of the... He's not going to the light shrine right now. Well, maybe he's hoping he'll find a spirit sword before he goes there. Oh, he's gonna check what the pet seed has. Did he forget something? Because Kaiten has 8 emblem and... Oh no, he's manually tracking. I apologize. He has his 8 emblems. And by the way, he's showing us that it is a pet seed because the deer and the blue jewel gave us the spirit sword. So he must be really happy about that.
Really happy about that and really excited that he's able to complete this zone kind of in one pass versus having to come back too many times. Well, yes, he still has the metal monsters to come back for, but that's a lot easier than necessarily coming back for the light shrine. Okay, seeing our first St. L statue with Rockbird there getting unlocked, so that will make that area a lot more open once we find our bubble armor. No magic yet this seed, so we're seeing the runners kind of struggling with the light shrine just a little bit. I'm not able to take out quite as many layers at one time as where La Hulk and LostC0re, as we said, are part of the speed run. They normally have some magic here and know how to take out more of these layers really quickly with the magic.
They're hoping they'll get some magic before they get in the Mountain of Souls. Mountains of Soul is a place where you really want to have magic.
Okay, Kaiten ran back to check the ped and getting his spirit sword and going back to the light shrine. The other thing is, everybody, is that the particular orb monsters that you're seeing there in the light shrine, they do require the spirit sword to take out, and they do give a lot of XP, so it does help our runners level up to be able to swing those swords Seeing some magic use there on LostC0re with the flame ball.
And yeah, the elk is gonna regret not going to see the pet seat first.
We'll see if there's something particular under the spirit monsters that they need.
It's also gonna be easier for Kaiten and LostC0re to kill the boss of the light shrine.
Very true, very true. But as we're seeing with LaHulk going through this basement, he's able to unlock these layers that he's going to run across in 2 separate parts, but it's not going to be a run back to catch these layers that we're getting, because as these layers pop open, like as you see with LaHulk right now, he's got 2 that are very, very close together. If he was to step on that layer and it was an NPC, it would reset this lower layer and he'd have to fight everything again. So LostC0re and Kaiten, you'll see they're taking out the spirit monsters along with all these, but they just won't step on these layers that they know are NPCs at this point in time to reset. Or I stand corrected, LostC0re is going to reset the spirit monsters. But again, that might also be for the XP, because those spirit monsters do hold so much.
Yep, and QB just finding the mermaid statue for Rockbird. And this statue is actually required if you want to go to Ghost Ship and Doreen as well. So it's nice when you have this one first.
Okay, watching LaHulk there manipulate the statue boss really well to not take any damage. Very nice fight, sir.
Yes. With only that first... Oh no, maybe he took the lucky blade to poke it. I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see if he changed swords either. But again, very, very strong execution from all of these runners right now. I know ALIENsCUBE was experiencing some nerves about being in this match, so still a good showing, sir.
Yes, and since this is our 4th year, we should mention that the first year it was LaHulk who won the tournament, and the second and third it was LostC0re. But ALIENsCUBE and LostC0re last year had a difference of 12 seconds at the end. But maybe this year it's time for LaHulk to get his revenge on the LostC0re.
Well, LaHulk still didn't go back and check our pedestal, so he's still fighting very hard to get through these zones, get through these monsters.
Yeah, and ALIENsCUBE also didn't go and check it. So yeah, we should mention this is an auto tracker, except for LostC0re, who is manually tracking it.
Which is actually, until you get the hang of that, is very difficult to race at the level that LostC0re does and manually track yourself for people to view you. And as I'm seeing in chat, they say there's a potentially required NPC on the Light Shrine Spirits, so we'll see if that hinders La Hulk.
Let's switch music to have Rockbird's music, Southern Dance music. Now that's a good jam.
Okay, there's LostC0re finding our mermaid queen so that we'll be able to move on. And with watching those two, LostC0re and La Hulk, you can see how quickly having just levels and better equipment can quickly change up how much of a difference you have between the two runners. And finding our first red hot item on the Hulk screen with the red hot stick.
And right now we have in chat Neta Anonyma. Hi Neta! Neta is actually the one who started this tournament before I took over the lead. He made the two first one. Hi Neta! Welcome in! And now it's funny because both the two players down didn't pick the pet seed. I mean, they didn't go and see the deer while the two upper players did. Oh, and Ulk finding the grandpa to go to
Lake Loon.
Yeah. Although they don't have the bubble armor right now, so they can't go to Rockbird just yet. I was gonna say, let's see what he does, but he has no choice.
Oh, and there's our first stone of the game. They're on the queen. Semi-vanilla in the color that shows up here.
No, Ulk! Oh! Go get your bed!
And there's ALIENsCUBE going to get his spirit sword off the ped. So,
yes.
Oh, but he just got his Zentetsu sword. So maybe we'll see what happens.
Spirit sword is on ped, Neta. Poor Ulk, he's still stuck with that little weak sword. LostC0re finding also his first stone. And they're all Neta, for your information, they are now in the Act 4 and still no armor. Either it very much depends on how things are placed, but I would say seeds usually go between 2.5 to 3 hours for a good player. Because when I started, And I'm pretty sure, Emilis, it was for you too. It took me like 4 hours.
I think my first seed that I did on here was closer to like 6, but I also was very, very cautious about making sure I had gotten everything, so I like 100%ed it. But yesterday we saw in the races for like all of these individuals, their times were just over about 2 hours. So I would estimate, 2 hours, 2.5 is kind of the average once you get really good. But I mean, there's always the possibility that it'll take upwards of 3, maybe a little over, depending on where everything's at. But it's not super long like some can be.
And then we have LostC0re managed to do under 2 hours. I don't know how he does it.
I mean, occasionally you get that jet seed that, would be under 2 hours, but general average. There we see our second red hot item on the Hulk screen.
QB doing the bus with the Spirit Sword, which is very much easier than when the Hulk did it.
Here we see the Hulk kind of trying to stay away from that snowball because it will chase you down, and unless you have the Spirit Blade, you kind of have to navigate it to hit some hard item to disappear off the screen.
Yep, and right now,
sorry, let me correct that. I meant the Soul Blade, not the Spirit Sword.
So yeah, LostC0re just finding the grandpa he needed to actually get to Gnome, because right now we know that Gnome is the NPC required to move to the next act, and the king, he has both of that, but they were missing the path to it, and now they have one of the important NPC for that. ALIENsCUBE is going around trying to find items. Maybe he's hoping for an armor.
And Gnome has a strange bottle for us. What a great snail.
And now he has no choice. He must go to Loon. He's doing Loon and Leno. No armor. Oh no, they do have magic. They have 1 magic. Okay, they're fine. Kaiden is not far behind either. LostC0re showing us skills on how to handle the magic ball.
Oh, and there's the Hulk finding the last red hot item along with our mushroom shoes. So we'll see if he continues all the way up this mountain into Leno, or if he dips out and goes and does something else.
The magic system in this game is that when you kill an enemy, there's a yellow gem, and when you collect them, it makes you use magic. So every magic has a cost of gem, and your magic is used with the ball that turns around you. So you can actually manage to spread it further by walking against a wall. Kaiden right now is killing what we call a useless lair, because it just gives you a path. It's not a bad thing, because right now he doesn't have the mushroom shoes and he doesn't know if he'll need to come back, so it's gonna be a shortcut if he comes back, but usually runners don't open that 1 lair.
He may also be using those to get the XP that he needs to be able to swing those swords that he has too, Queenie.
True.
Because right now he's still 14, so he's not even able to swing the lucky blade at this point. So that might be why he's doing these, what we refer to, like you said, as useless layers.
And the reason why the Ulk is so far behind on level is that since he did not check the pen and doesn't have his spirit sword, he did not kill those spirits enemy in the light shrine, which gives a lot of XP at the beginning. Oh, I didn't notice QB finding the bridge to go to Dr. Leo's painting and to the watermill, second part of Underground Castle.
And there's the Hulk finding the little boy that we affectionately refer to as Francis.
Francis! I keep telling, okay, so those of you who don't know why we name him Francis, it's because my son is named Francis, and it's a little kid that kind of stands in front of his, how'd you say that, his cavern? His
hideout.
But I keep telling the community that it's impossible that my son would stand still to guard his hideout. He would be, it's boring, I'm leaving. But they kept the name Francis for him.
Okay.
Yeah, we like to name everything in this game in the community. By the way, if you want to try this rando or join our community, I'll put it in the Discord, in the chat right now.
Okay, and there's the Hulk finding that architect that we need to be able to get up to Dr. Leo's painting. So as of right now, Leno is definitely a required area if that holds anything.
So you have the Discord link right now in chat, and you can also see the prize that our runners are trying to win today. So please give our runner a follow if you want to see some more from them.
Yes, and that prize made by the monitor. Also, we'll be showing that prize again here in a little bit on stream with his Etsy link. He is currently running us a sale, 25% off on a $40 order with the code SOULSALE.
Yep, and you can buy the prize for a limited time only. After that, it's going to be off of his store. And welcome to Skarsnikus. We were talking about him earlier today. He made this tracker that they're using right now. And so right now they're still going without an armor. They're managing quite well, but yeah, they take a lot of damage right now. Although Ulk is showing great skill with his magic right now. And LostC0re is showing us those darn magician that go everywhere when you don't have magic to kill them. Oh, and ALIEnsCUBE went back to kill this middle scorpion. He's gonna be the first one to show us what's behind it. Let's check him out.
Okay, so the Hulk and Chitin having their VIP card to get into the right tower when we get to Act 6 off of that crystal at the top of the mountain.
And LostC0re finding Mary, the doll we need for Act 5. And right now you're seeing on LostC0re's screen the bus of Act 4. And we were saying yesterday, if you weren't there, this used to be actually a mermaid female. and she was censored in the American version, and it became a man because they were showing boobs on the Japanese version.
So, Skarsnickus, you missed. Our pet is the spirit sword, and so it's really interesting that the Hulk is the only one that hasn't grabbed that yet, and we'll see how much it hurts or hinders him later.
And that bus was so... Oh wait, dancing grandma on Kaitan's stream. Oh, I wanna dance with my grandma. I really wanna dance with my grandma.
Oh man, Queenie!
First grandma song done.
Okay, we see LostC0re going ahead and moving on to Act 5 in Dr. Leo's basement.
I was so concentrating on singing that I don't know what they gave.
They got the magic bell.
Thank you, MLS, for following.
Okay, and the Hulk finding out that Dr. Leo is in Model Town 2 from that guard up on the dock.
I'm excited to see what's behind the Scorpio on QB's screen.
Oh, the Hulk finding that other set of stairs. So Chitin kind of dipped Loon there for a second, but has decided to move on.
Well, you know, MLS, sometimes it's life, it's better to move on than to go back. Life lesson with Queenie right now. I just love that awkward silence. Oh my gosh, it was the Blaster statue with the... on QB with the scorpion. Might be useful. As I said, he's the only one who went back to the Fire Shrine, and let's see what's behind that blue jewel. Ah, experience.
Experience isn't good right now for him, Queenie, so could be useful that he got it. But we'll see if Blaster, you know, turns around to be useful or not.
Hulk faking a death there. Although
he might have been done. That might have been intentional.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about what I said, that if he took a death or if it was on purpose.
Oh, and here's the Hulk going for your second Dancing Grandma song of the stream, Queenie.
Okay, I'm ready.
Dancing Grandmas, go!
She took my arms. I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, shut up and dance with me. This grandma is my destiny. Ooh. Shut up and dance with me. Second song done.
Wow.
We have 2 more.
I can only imagine the 2 songs now. Okay, and the Hulk going back doing what we refer to as an item rush to try to find items he may have left. See if he can find something he needs. So far he's finding a lot of medical herbs, but maybe he'll make sure to check the ped here in a minute in this item rush. Or it's looking like he's gonna go to Dr. Leo's painting. Oh, well, Nutta, you missed the first 4 songs of that album yesterday. So.
They are in the funny as Soul Blazer Discord.
Oh, there's LostC0re finding the sleeping dolphin. We'll see how quickly he goes to that today, since that ended up being the NPC he needed the most yesterday.
Oh, and Ulk saving Lou. That poor dolphin is stuck.
He found, I think that dolphin's affectionately named Lala, that breaks through that wall to get to Lou.
Oh, and she becomes his girlfriend. And then they have baby dolphin. Oh.
So see, Queenie, there's another romance in the story, and you've missed it all this time.
All this time. So Lisa and the hero is not the only love story. At least this one makes more sense than Lisa and the hero's love story. Yesterday we analyzed the love story between the hero and Lisa, if you missed it. Lisa, who I don't know if we'll see her. I don't think no one released her yet.
Well, nobody's released her yet.
And so you have something called the Dream Rod, which when you poke people sleeping with it, you can go into their dream. And you go into her dream, she wakes up, and obviously you're a creeper in her house, so she says, "Get out!" And you get out, then she says, no, wait, come back, listen to my story. But we're not going back because we're speedrunner, and that's how she falls in love with him. Yeah, and Skarsnik is pointing out that finally they have an armor, and it's the bubble armor.
And the reason that he's the first one to have it is because he's the first to go there into Dr. Leo's painting. So we'll see how it turns out for everybody else. The Hulk still not having made it back to the pedestal for his spirit sword, so still a very close race between everybody, but Everybody's got their own little, they're ahead, they're behinds at this point.
Yeah, right now they're taking different routes. Only QB's a little bit behind, but nothing he cannot upcome right now.
Okay, and as you see, LostC0re deciding to just take the damage there in the seabed instead of going and finding that bubble armor to be able to get to the next area. This could be a little bit scary.
If he has a medical orb, he's gonna be able to make it. But yeah, usually under the water you need the bubble armor to be able to breathe. Otherwise you take damage 1 point by 1 point. And that soldier letting us know that we will not go and see the sleeping soldier because it only has a strange bottle. And as we said yesterday, that soldier is our hero. He's sleeping on the job.
The Hulk getting ready to give us the first exposure to the boss of Act 1, who also makes an appearance. And like we said, the illusion of Gaia.
Mm-hmm. Don't blink, you'll miss it. And he's dead. That's why I said don't blink. Maybe we should go back to all. Can you do it again, please? Somebody blinked.
Okay, Chitin making his way back towards Loon.
Oh, and he doesn't have any armor. Oh, the elk finding Model Town 1. No, I'm always confused. Was that the number 1? Yes, eh? The one to the left is the first one?
Yes, the one to the left is the first one. Getting
Okay.
a peek at what the squirrel has. He just has a medical herb for his seeds. So, may take it, may not.
Sorry, Omega, you missed it. We might see it another. You might have 3 more chances to see it. Yeah, and LostC0re finding in those 2 chests is Magic Flare and Ice Armor.
Well, having that ice armor will make going back and fighting the metal monsters of the fire shrine a little faster for him.
I still don't understand why the elk is not going to see the pet seed. Why, elk? Why? Maybe I can telepathy with him. Is that how you say that in English? To talk to somebody in their mind? Telepathy?
Telepathy.
Let's telepathy you people. The word's all. Oh, I still can't use the... Well, he's so close to 32. Oh, there it is. Never mind me. I was gonna say he still can swing the sword. Oh, see, we did telepathy. He leveled up. And we are 1 hour in, people.
With 2 of our runners having 2 of their stones and everybody else being at 1. Still a very close race.
LostC0re find the light armor, which is a good armor at this point. And he
Their
got a
lost.
mystic armor.
Okay, LostC0re back in Act 1, doing the watermill turn, so maybe we'll see the Underground Castle Part 2, along with Leo's painting again. We'll see what he does.
And he hasn't done Leo's painting. Oh! A soul armor!
Oh, he found the soul armor. That is such an interesting find this early.
It's kind of a slap in the face though, now that he's done, like, he can go to Act 5 with no armor, and now boom! You find 3 armor back to back. Kaiten is about to find also his watermill, because we know it was the boss of this area. And ALIENsCUBE is also gonna get soon. Great use of magic there by Kaiten to kill those with robe. Oh no! He went too far. Oh, and LostC0re finding Doreen. Yesterday, was it the last one that Doreen had 2 stone?
Yes, it did. Our last race, Darren had 2 of our stones, so it locked a lot. And our first race yesterday, the St. El's act itself had like 7 or 8 of our required items to beat the game, so it was very, very full yesterday.
Wow. DNK confirming that it was 8 out of 12.
Well, he was keeping very close track of that as we were going through, so St. El's this year has been our theme.
DNK, who was commentating the first one yesterday. Thanks again, DNK, for filling in. It was kind of how can I say, a bad coincidence, a bad luck. I mean, I waited 1 year to do this tournament, I organized it, and then on the day of the tournament I was sick. That's such bad luck.
And La Hulk found Model Town 2.
Model Town 2, that is Neta's favorite place to go. So, Amelus, what is your favorite place in this game?
Overall favorite zone, I personally like the seabed, just because it's, it's calming. There's no real like anxiety from it, especially once you have that bubble armor. I mean, you can just kind of just take on the monsters slowly. It's not rushed. They're not like running away from you too harshly, and so that's my personal favorite.
I'm not sure what mine is. I think I like the right tower best. There's so much item in there.
And the right tower is a good choice, especially, when you see evil kind of get a slap in the face with that cutscene with Dr. Leo at the end. I can see it.
Where he explode on the queen. Kind of funny. How did the queen die? Oh, somebody explode on her. Which, by the way, that somebody is Dr. Leo, who is the dad of Lisa, the girl who falls in love with us. And Dr. Leo is the one who created the machine to go to the world of evil.
Here you go, Queenie. Song 3.
Okay. They say dance on me, dance on me, dance on me, oh, oh, oh. I never seen the grandma do the things you do before. They say move for me, more for me, ay, ay. There you go. I can't sing more than that. It's gonna be DMCA.
So much fun that you can do that, Queenie, on almost a whim. LostC0re giving us the first peek at the Hype Cave. It had some elemental mail and some other, not so useful stuff. I think there was an herb in there.
You know what's fun about this is that we know they have no choice to make their grandmas dance for finishing this game, so we know we'll see it again. I wonder if LostC0re has his red dot mirror. Because as I said earlier, he's manually tracking, so I might have forgot to put it down.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, because I don't think that LostC0re has actually gone and done the upper part of the snowy mountain. I think he kind of dipped in there, saw he got his path to Gnome, and then dipped out of it because he doesn't have track that he's got his mushroom shoes yet either.
True.
So that would be very odd of him to have missed 2 key items on his tracker like that. So I don't think that he's gone up the mountain, really.
Again, with him, it's never sure because he might have the mushroom shoes and just forgot to put them on the tracker.
But again, for all of our viewers that are just joining us, welcome to the 4th annual Herb Percent Soul Blazer Randomizer Tournament. You're joining us in the middle of our final race for this year. These are the top 4 players that we have. Initially, it started off with a pool of 18 that we brought down to the top 12 just because of how long this randomizer is to be able to show it to you guys in a single weekend. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, make sure that you give a follow to these runners. As we said, they are the best of the community that we've got, and are all extremely helpful if you're interested in joining our community and learning this randomizer. We see the Hulk there in Model Towns, taking on some of the invisible monsters that we have there. The vanilla game, you get a soul from the sky that is similar to the hero, that makes it where you can see those monsters. But as we said, with it being a randomizer, sometimes our NPCs get shuffled into different places And LostC0re is going back to the mountain finally. But still, the Hulk, having not checked the pedestal for his spirit sword, really interesting to seeing him continue to go on.
Now, at this point, they're very unlucky with the stone. Only 2 stone in 1 hour and 50 minutes almost in.
Well,
oh, let's see what's in the eye cave.
Be very interesting to see where they all are at and when everybody finds them.
Hype cave was the cave of deception today.
Right now, he actually is not that far behind with not having the spirit sword, because we haven't gotten to where that is the most critical. But he is slightly behind, having not been able to do all of the monsters in the light shrine, since we haven't been able to peek that NPC that got released to see if it is needed or not.
And so right now, Ulk is fighting invisible enemies. And that ball that follows you everywhere and turns around you is not only used for magic. So in the vanilla game, you can actually have some abilities in each act. Certain NPC will give you an ability. One is to see in the dark. One is to see invisible enemies.
One is to be able to protect yourself against the falling magma in the ring, and the other one is to see invisible stuff in King Magred's castle.
But because we are speedrunner, we do not take those abilities. So that's why right now you're not seeing all of the enemies on LostC0re's hand, but he's not swinging his sword for nothing. He is fighting invisible enemies. One day, I'll promise, I'll know the difference between invisible and invincible.
Well, Queenie, one way to figure that out is invincible is like with our iframes where we don't take damage.
True. It's just like my brain can make the difference when I'm saying it.
They're two very close sounding words, and so it just takes some time to remember to slow down and say it. It's okay. The Hulk finding King Magred, so he will be able to leave that zone and go to the world of evil once he finds his stones.
I'm kind of going to see Lisa, and we just saw that she said, "I'm sorry, please come back." And no, we're speedrunner, we have to go. And that's when she goes, "Oh, I love him." Take note, people. Also, if you know where I can get the dream rod, please put it in chat. I would like to buy one. Thank you. QB showing us the merman who used to be a maid.
Let's see what... Lisa is useful this seed. She had the silver stone in her chest.
Ooh la la! Nobody does, Lisa.
But her NPC lair was useless.
See? We went away and she gave us a stone.
So that could be the turning point for Chitin to push ahead a little bit. We'll wait and see how long it takes everybody else to go back to that, because don't think LostC0re did it. Will be very interesting at the end when we get La Hulk in here for the interview post-race, when he realizes where his spirit sword's been the whole time.
I think I'm not 100% sure about what I'm gonna say, but I think that Hulk is the kind of person to do an item rush rather than go check one thing.
Well, he's already done one item rush and still didn't pick up the spirit sword. And I don't know if anybody else noticed it there. ALIEnCUBE was fighting that lair, but the other lairs around it had spawned monsters on it, so it did cause it to not be able to continue to spawn until he took out some of the monsters on that screen.
Yeah, a lot of lag in this game. Oh, let's see what the dolphin dreams have. Dolphin nose. A big pearl. I think that's where it is in the vanilla game, right?
That is the vanilla location for that item. But it will give Chitin the opportunity to do this dream sequence.
Now seriously, let's have a serious talk. We always do the dolphin dream with the big pearl hoping it has something, but it never has something.
Oh, but yesterday during the first race, it did. It had one of our brown stone.
It did?
It did. And
wow.
Everybody was hunting for it for so long. It was such a relief. It's just like with Lisa.
Because I would say 99% of the time it has nothing.
So totally did yesterday. So we will see if anybody else looks at that early or not.
Where did the Hulk find his bubble armor again? Do you remember?
Was in Leo's painting.
Okay. Chitin is also going in without his bubble armor. Wait, where is it going? I thought it was going to Rockbird.
He might be opening up these shortcuts. But again, that's very, very risky without having your bubble armor. Then again, yes, that mermaid right there will refill your health. He's going to Durin without the bubble armor. Oh, what a play.
Usually that's not in logic until you have the bubble armor, but if you have enough HP, you can actually manage to reach it. And I wonder if QB has his ice armor right now, but if he does, those lava plates, you can walk on them without taking damage. Otherwise, he's gonna have to be careful because he's almost dead right now, and he's gonna take damage by walking on them. Ooh! I jinxed him.
All the enemy
Yeah.
kind of converged on him.
I wonder if he found any armor yet. Now we know there's some available to him, so he's gonna find one soon, if not. There you go, he has one now.
Watch and see if this big brain play by Chitin pays off for him by doing Durin before that bubble armor.
I say he has an advantage because he did Lisa.
Most definitely, already having that silver stone.
As I said, mostly people don't do Lisa until the very end, or if they're out of checks.
So there's QB finding the soul armor, so he is very happy now.
Again, that's such a slap in the face. He just found the mystic armor and the soul armor, like now 1 hour and 23 minutes in, and he didn't have anything until then.
Yep, and LostC0re making his way up to Marie, so now he has the ability to move on to Act 6.
I'm excited to see what Chitin's gonna find in those 2 chests.
Or which NPCs he's gonna find as we get closer to the end of it.
Now we know that all it's gonna find is watermill at the boss fight. What's in the chest? Oh, super bracelet!
Very nice. That will make everything a lot easier because it does a strength upgrade plus a defense upgrade.
It's not required to beat the game, but makes the final boss easier as well. And I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, so far, not really seeing anything on Chitin's stream for Doreen. He's taking on these metal apes, gorillas, whichever you prefer.
Now, as we said earlier, you can walk on lava with the ice armor, except here in the rain, where nothing protects you from that lava, except if you go to the top of the volcano and use the mermaid tier. But we're speedrunner! We don't do that. We have no time to waste. Oh, LostC0re didn't have his good sword to kill that mouse and now it's gone. Come back!
Seeing him decide to go back out of the zone and maybe, yep. Well, maybe not.
He noped out.
Here we go, LostC0re checking the items. There's the green stone, so now he's at 3.
He's at 3, but it's oh, and the light arrow! Best magic in the game. Nice.
Right there, you saw Chitin take a purposeful death to quickly get himself out of that zone, and I don't think there was anything.
And the soul blade! The maid had the soul blade.
Definitely would give LostC0re the edge at this point. But again, still so much to find.
And the reason, if you're wondering why I didn't check the queen, because he had the queen. So the queen gives you an item if you say she's pretty. If you don't, well, she doesn't. And it's never something that's useful to, to progress in the game, because our item is missable. So it's usually a mythical herb or strange ball or something like this. But once she's dead, under her feet there might be something good there. And QB fighting that boss. I hope you didn't blink again. Oh, and Chitin finding the maid that he doesn't know it, but that's gonna give him his soul blade. So Rockbird is required in that seed. And Ulk is there too, so he's gonna find it soon. I'm really starting to believe that he's gonna find his soul blade before his spirit sword.
Well, at least the soul blade is where it can nullify the spirit sword. You know, you need the spirit sword there for Act 6 down there in the basement. So at least it's not a weird place to make a difference.
It's just that he's gonna have to poke the enemies, because we need to be level 24 to use the soul blade.
Okay, we see LostC0re picking up these invisible chests in the basement. As we stated, there is a soul that comes out in the vanilla game before you go doing this area, that you'll be able to see those easier.
Oh. Do we know what's behind the bird's dream? QB is gonna show us right now. Oh no, he opened the dream and he left.
No, I wasn't watching it, trying to watch what LostC0re's finding in the castle basement. I'm sorry.
Come on, Noel. Check your bed. It's time. Yay!
Maybe, we'll see. Here we go. Finally.
Buy this now because they had that like 20 minutes in. There you go, and now he's hating me.
And he gets his dream right off of that little shy bird that he's had for a little bit of time too. So we'll see how much he has to say during the interview to you, Queenie.
Think I'll be banned from rolling next year. Now that's also something I learned from watching Oak. When you talk to that mold and you give her a ribbon, you actually don't wait for her to disappear. You go straight away to the bird, the dream. And when you come back, she's gone, that mole, so you don't waste time there.
Our little crocodile that makes you talk to him before you can walk across his back because he thinks that it's rude that you just want to do that. And big shout outs to the Hulk for shortening up these cutscenes that have a whole lot of text.
Fun fact about that crocodile, and if you don't believe me, try it, it's true. Oh, QB finding his third stone. That crocodile, if you walk back and forth on its back after like, I don't know, maybe 45 seconds, it's gonna say, stop it, you're hurting me.
Okay, so we just saw there that Turbo's grave only had an herb on it, and that the chest was the magic rotator. Or was it tornado on the grave? So many things going on.
I think it was tornado.
Well, high spirits. LostC0re had his soul blade before 90 minutes.
Yeah, and I believe that Kaiten and the Hulk have access to their soul blade because it's the maid in Act 6, but they didn't go there yet.
Here's the Hulk moving on to Act 6 with talking with Marie.
So he's gonna find his soul blade very soon. Yes, and good morning to High Spirit, who played the first seed yesterday, was in Group A.
And had a great showing on his behalf. Was a great race with all of those runners.
Okay, so now everybody has 3 stone, but LostC0re and the Hulk have the green stone, as to Kaiten and QB have the silver stone. Oh, time to dance!
There's your final dance, Queenie.
Do a little dance. Make the grandma dance. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. DMCA. Mission accomplished. I did 8 different song for the 8th time I saw the grandma dance. I should win the prize for that.
Well, you know where to order it from, Queenie.
Yes, can order it from the monitor. And All Weekend is giving us 25% off orders of $40 and more. And if you want the price, it's only going to be available for a limited time only. You can see it by clicking on this. There you go. See the price. You can click on that link. You're going to see what our runners are running for today. I had a request earlier to say that last year our prize was a diorama.
A diorama?
Diorama in French. Now Link is happy. I said it.
All of the stuff that Link creates is beautiful and high quality, so you would not be missing out or would not be disappointed with anything you ordered. Excuse me.
So Ulk is the first one to go into the right tower, see what the right tower has. Usually I love this tower. Oh, gem and gem. Boo. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. I was gonna say Kaiten is gonna find a stone, but no, that was yesterday's seed.
Now we see LostC0re going to do that Doreen area and find out that it's not useful this time around.
Except for their super bracelet.
But he himself doing all that without the bubble armor.
Yeah, we know that the bubble armor is inside Dr. Leo's painting. Well, the Ulk finding that Snells gives you an item. There's a possibility there's gonna be something. Ooh, goat food. No, right tower was deception, but that goat food might tell him where the Phoenix is, because we know where the soul armor is.
And he will be disappointed that it's right there. Just a couple of steps away from him if it does tell him that. Oh, here we go. The cutscene with Dr. Leo and
Yay!
Queen Margaret.
Kill the queen. Explode yourself. Mwahahaha. You killed my soldier. I'ma kill you. Wait, I got an hostage. Oh, daddy! Okay. I'll go with you, but save her. I'm just making it short. Midi-color. Boo. Let's go. They're all dead. And obviously we're speedrunners, so we don't have time to comfort Lisa. And she falls a little bit more in love with us. If you like my story, please like and subscribe.
Okay, Kite in there talking to Marie, getting his access to Act 6.
And there was nothing under the Queen's feet, unfortunately. That was a waste of time. But it was good entertainment for chat. I love having this awkward silence. So next year, I think MLS will not want to commentate with me.
Oh no, I don't have problems with your commentary, Queenie. It's just I don't want to talk over you.
Oh. Now, Kenton is in the model town. I don't remember if there was something in it. Chat, give me one minute. I'll be back in 1 minute.
King Margaret, so it's required. Okay, and we see the Hulk taking on those spirit monsters. What you need the spirit sword for, or the soul blade.
Okay, sorry, Chad. I had to use a Kleenex.
Okay, here we see ALIENsCUBE's doing the back part of the power plant that nobody else has done. So
Yep.
Having difficulty with these little metal mice, probably amongst the worst enemies in the game.
And that's an area that I believe LostC0re went to check the first chest and then noped out of it.
Exactly, so we'll see if he noped out of something important or not. Alien's still actually looking for Marie the doll, according to the tracker, so
Yep.
we'll see.
Also, again, these lava plates, you can walk on them with the ice armor if you have it, and it lets you walk without getting damaged. And welcome in everybody from Giant Thumb's Raid. Welcome. This is the Soul Blazer annual tournament %, our 4th year, and you are now watching the final. Thank you for the raid, everybody. Welcome.
See where Chitin goes from here. Right now we see LostC0re kind of doing an item rush. I'm going through checking to see where he's left some items, it looks like. See where if he can figure out where he still has things to do. And ALIEnCUBE just found the Phoenix. So this power plant is a required area to complete the game. We'll see who else continues through it now.
Okay, this is so good for him because he did Lisa's dream and the power plant, which is 2 zone we usually don't do. And we know that the soul blade is held by the maid. He haven't gotten there yet because he doesn't have Mary, but once he has her, he can go there. And we know that there's a stone next to the castle as well, so he might be taking the lead here. Now check that boss fight. So it's interesting if you've never played this, or if you played this. All you have to do is go up and down where he is right now, and the bus will never go towards the flower because usually it goes from left to right, disappear, and it's a long bus fight. But once you learn this little trick, it becomes easier to fight him.
Okay, there's Chitin finding his 4th stone and his soul blade. So like we said, right now it's still kind of anybody's race, but we're starting to really kind of see who's pulling ahead at this point.
Yeah, the only thing that I don't remember is where Mary was.
Marie was in Loon.
Oh, so QB didn't do Loon yet. And I know that the maid for the soul blade is in Rockbird. And Chitin skipped a lair there. Did he? I think so. Maybe he's in a...
I was gonna say, at this point, except for NPCs that may hold items, he may be thinking that he's pretty well in go mode.
Yeah,
which would be bad, but...
Because even though he needs only items right now, some certain NPC holds items, so...
And again, right now we kind of see Chitin making some choices that are maybe a little more gutsy and risky, trying to see if they pay off, versus necessarily just making sure that he's doing everything, because he knows that he is up against some really good players execution-wise. There's LostC0re finding his bubble armor finally, and probably saying to himself he could have done this forever ago.
But yeah, still he had so much HP, managed well to go through a seabed anyways. Chitin going into the basement, which I believe had nothing. That's rare. Usually there's something good in the basement. And we are almost 2 hours in. And we're only missing, I mean, not the players, but for us viewers, we only missing 2 stones that we don't know where they are yet. Everything else we know. Oh, we get to see all going to Lisa.
And he found his soul armor. And we'll see what our goat food clue gives us. And there it is. The Hulk knows that it's in the power plant.
Oh, that's lucky. Because she might either tell you where the soul blaze is, soul blade, the soul armor, or the phoenix is. So if it tells you something you already have, it's a waste of time. But in his case, it was a good call.
So now it really will come down to where are these last two stones? So that goat did help out our racers yesterday in the final race as well, telling them that it was in the chest of drawers next to Marie.
Yeah.
But it took so long for our runners to find that NPC
Yeah.
that it kind of seemed like a useless hint at that point. The Hulk, you see, having a much better time keeping these little metal mice from getting too far away from him to get through this area, and you'll see him change his armor but at the same time, changing that armor makes him take much more damage from the monsters themselves because it is a weaker armor.
Oscar is gonna bite his nail when he finds out that he noped out of power plant after that single chest.
But like we've been telling everybody, this rando, it can come down to those simple decisions of not doing an area early or waiting till later to do it that can make the biggest difference in a race.
Mm-hmm. And LostC0re finding his silver stone. I'm having issue with my cat right now. He wants to be pet. Again, you can see the execution on the Hulk screen to see how you fight that boss without him spawning and despawning everywhere. Oh, and LostC0re going to see the Woodston trio. Oh, and it had a brownstone. A brownstone.
So that will definitely give him a little bit of an edge in the stone department anyway. He still has to go back and find his phoenix.
The stone department. I love it. Do you have a diamond in your stone department, by the way?
I don't. There may be some others that do.
Oh, and LostC0re doing the dolphin dream.
Wonder if he's starting to think that may be what's hurt him at this point.
Now again, I can't be sure of what I'm gonna say because he's manually tracking, but he doesn't have his VIP card right now, and not that I don't know if he's gonna go see it, but the goat's telling you where the phoenix is, and we know that the goat food is in the VIP tower, so.
And here's LostC0re going to go do Bluster. Yeah. Unsure if we've had anybody do this one yet.
It's your favorite music, Emilus, right now?
It is.
And there you go, the Ulk finding his silver stone.
LostC0re finding us that left tower that's all NPC checks. And very, very laggy, so a lot of people don't like doing that tower at all.
Yeah. No items to be found there. Now you have one more chance to see the bus from Illusion of Gaia on Kaiten the screen. Again, don't blink, you're gonna miss it. Omega, open your eyes. And there.
Well, Netta, yesterday the first group really did have almost every area required to beat the game because there were so few that had not even one important item in them. I think we brought it down to left tower, and there was one other area that may have only had like a very singular item in it that we needed. But yeah, it was such an amazing seed to watch.
Welcome, Jose. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the final match of our weekend of Soul Blazer tournament. Herb percent number 4. This is our 4th year already. 4 year. Wow, it goes so fast. And as we were saying yesterday, this year was the year we had the most participants who tried the pre-qualification seed. Unfortunately, because this is a long rando, we can only have 3 matches in a day because of the time for the European as well. So we had only 12 spots available. We had to fortunately cut some people. But yeah, 18% tried this year and it was a success.
And that's what we love to see as a community, it growing each year. New players coming in, learning the game, learning the mechanics, and then taking that risk and trying to show their skills.
If you want to join the community, I think the bot just broke. Yeah, it seems like the bot is down. I apologize for that. Well, ping SpeedGaming.
There it goes.
No, that's just me copy pasting it.
Sorry, trying to look real quick between the two screens.
So yeah, you can join our Discord by clicking there, and also you can see the prize that our players are going for this year. It's a shadow box of the world map with its leader. It's custom made only for the tournament, but for a limited time only you can have it on the store. I'll put the link in 1 second, and you can buy it with 25% off this weekend.
Okay, here we got LostC0re going up there to the ghost ship. Let's see if it works out in his favor. The Hulk finishing up the underground castle, and us seeing again the cutscene for Dr. Leo and Queen Magritte.
So yeah, now QB should find everything he was needing for because he has his bubble hammer now, so we know that something important is in Rockbird, the made for the soul blade. Oh, and he's gonna show us what's in the Dolphin's Dream Cave, which is usually the Cave of Deception.
Here we got the Hulk getting ready to get his 5th stone off of the Woodston Trio.
And it was Deception again on LostC0re's side. Yeah, so right now, Hulk is actually ahead of LostC0re because he has his Phoenix. And also, if you're wondering, all the seeds were vetted by me and Amelis. Make sure they were completable. And so me and Amelis know where the last stone is.
We'll see who figures it out first.
And no, we're not telling in chat.
Plus, this race is actually being too good for us to spoil that.
Exactly. Although, can we be buy? Can we be bought?
No.
I can be bought.
Nobody offer her sangria. Okay?
Barrel of sangria, and I'll tell you where the last stone is. Exactly. It's on that thing behind that thing with the other thing. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, LostC0re showing us that under the soldier's feet is only a strange bottle, so we won't have Ode to Lisa. I think we didn't have it all weekend.
I don't think we've had anything important under his feet this weekend.
I know some people don't like this song, but it's my favorite. So that's another love story, but that's a sad one, okay? The singer there, he said he was injured. Was he injured in a war? I don't remember how he was injured, but he was injured. And Lisa healed him, and he fell in love with Lisa, but she didn't love him back. So he left, and he created this beautiful, beautiful song for her. Oh, Kaitent is playing risky right now. He's leaving layers behind, hoping that his stone is actually in the chest. And
So, yes, LostCOre is only missing a single stone. LostCOre is missing a stone and the Phoenix, but we know that the Phoenix is in the power plant that he noped out of. And we know that the goat that would give him that information is in the right tower with the VIP card that we are unsure whether LostCOre's actually got because of him manually tracking. So yes, right now, if we had to put somebody as leading, it would be LostCOre, since he only needs one more stone to get to the world of evil and take on the final boss. But of course, it's still a hunt for that item, so LostCOre can quickly catch right back up if he goes into the power plant to get the Phoenix, which would put them in the same spot. But of course, our other runners are getting time at this point that could cause them to catch up if they've found things that we're still missing.
So if you've just joined, welcome to this final of Soulblazer Randomizer tournament. Soulblazer Randomizer was actually created by the Hulk, who is one of our racer today. It's based on the vanilla game, and everything is randomized in this game. Enemies, NPCs, and items. And in order to beat the game, they need to find the 6 stones to make the world of evil accessible to them. And then they need the 3 red hot items to sort of call the castle of the final boss. And then they need the 3 required equipment to be able to fight the boss.
And to answer the question in chat, no, LostCOre does not actually know where Phoenix is hidden at. He has not unlocked the NPC that would give him the clue that both Chitin and LostCOre got, saying where that was.
And again, Hulk learned where the Phoenix was by giving the goat food to the goat in Act 1, and he got that food in the right tower, and you need the VIP tower for that. And unless it's mistaking on his tracker, LostC0re doesn't have the VIP card right now. But again, I keep saying I'm not sure because LostC0re is the only one who's manually tracking, so I'm not sure if he has it or not. Sometimes he's forgetting things, but he's very good with his tracker, but he might have forgotten to put it this one. And Kanken is 1 second away from finding his Phoenix. And he left. He's playing so
risky.
Yeah.
So very risky.
He's doing all the checks that have actually an item, but maybe forgetting that you can actually have an NPC that gives you an item.
Well, okay, so I'm a little confused as to what Chitin's doing. Kind of taking the long walk around everywhere instead of using the teleports.
He
Or
didn't
did he not
open
open
the
it?
No, he didn't open the portal and oh well, I mean he didn't open in Light Shrine. I thought he was going there.
Welcome in SolarCell and all of his raiders. Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome. Thank you for the raid, SolarC0re. SolarC0re, who was a runner yesterday. He gave us one heck of a final with Dented Razor. They were neck to neck and they finished within 5 seconds of each other.
And yes, the Zentetsu sword was found on the boy at the lake in Act 4. So, yes, he's coming back to do all these metal monsters as well. See what our chest of drawers has, a medical herb and a medical herb. So, not there.
Now, if you missed the beginning, also, it was a rough start. Our runners didn't have any armor until Act 5, I guess. LostC0re going back to the power plant where he left earlier. As I said, he's gonna bite his nails.
And like we said, everybody is just kind of in the hunt for this last stone at this point, because pretty much everybody's gonna have all the rest of the items really quickly. ALIEnCUBE still a little bit behind, but still putting on a very good performance.
And we know where it is. We're not telling you, chat. Unless we are bot.
We're not bot, Queenie!
Ah.
The stone can't be in the world of evil.
Yeah, stone cannot be there. Everything else could be there, red hot items or the equipment, but not a stone. Oh no, and Karen didn't open the lair earlier. I'm sorry, I got confused. He opened the one with the in the light shrine. It was the one on the marsh he did not open. My QB is 1 second away from finding his soul blade. Yay! So I believe he's missing is the stone that the ALIENsCUBE is missing right now is the one from the Woodston trio. Oh, and that ivy could have something. Now I'm thinking, Melissa, 2.5 hours. If no one is done, how about we start over a new seed?
Oh, that would be horrible to our players.
I was saying that I have an idea for next year's tournament, that it should be the first one that gets 25 herb that wins.
But see, then we'd have to make sure that no herbs show up on like the NPCs that give them in the vanilla where you could just keep going back and recollecting from them.
Yeah, 25 new places, medical herb. I mean, it's gonna be our 5th year. We have to do something special, right?
I don't think that would be special, Queenie. I mean, and who knows what's going to happen? I mean, we've got a lot of members of the community that are working with the code and all that, and we could end up with a whole new kind of randomizer by next year.
Or how about we have vocals and we sing all the songs?
Then
No
we
more.
wouldn't be commentating because we'd be singing the whole time. That wouldn't be good for the viewers. And then we'd have to sit there and figure out like whose audio we're listening to sing which songs. And as they change those so quickly sometimes, we may never be able to keep up.
QB's gonna find only deception in that tower, unfortunately. And I believe there was nothing in Blester as well for Canyon and Oak.
No, there was nothing in Bluster.
Oh, I love that. Soul Blazer the musical. I'll sing. Now, if you don't know about how we announced this tournament, we made a song. I mean, we created lyrics to announce the tournament on one of the songs. Let me post it in chat for your amusement. I hope that's okay with SpeedGaming. If there's a mod in chat, it's just a video of how we announce our tournament.
Too late, Solar. She's got the idea. She's gonna do it. Okay, there's ALIEnCUBE finding the goat food. Not that he needs any of the 3 required equipments for the end of the game, but he at least had it if he needed it.
So yeah, you can see me and Solar Cells 007's beautiful singing skill. So as you can see, we have a very beautiful community. We have fun and we tease each other, and we have fun races. Beautiful community. I strongly suggest, if you like this game, to join us. There you go. And also give a follow to our runners right now, who are doing a great job with their sanity right now. Because that last stone is well hidden.
And I believe LostC0re didn't find anything inside the left tower. So it'll be interesting to see where they find this last stone.
Can we give them a hint? Or not even?
Oh,
No, it's too close to the end now, Queenie.
Oh, and LostC0re going to the mushroom dream.
And we're also showing that it's equal opportunity for any level of racer to potentially come back and win this race. We would never do that to these runners. They work really, really hard to get to this point. And even though we were still vetting seeds on April Fool's Day, I would never let that happen, especially being here on SpeedGaming. Oh, and there is LostC0re finding our little escort mole. So
Yep.
Let's see if that turns out to be what they need.
And that, I believe he did not answer it. He death warp earlier instead of taking a teleporter. Okay, so it wasn't at the place where there is an item in the mushroom dream, but he did got a mole. But you have to bring it back because it's blind by the light. Kind of like me when I walk around with SpeedGaming and it's shiny outside. I get blind by his bald head. Oh, and there it is! Oh my gosh!
So there it is, LostC0re making it into go mode.
Oh, that was such a bad place to be, behind the mushroom dream and then to the mole. Wow, that was such a mean place to be. A phoenix was also such a mean place to be.
Exactly. These items did find some pretty hard spots to be in.
I think he had nothing left to do, honestly. Oh no, wait, he didn't do the right tower, right?
No, like we said, unsure that, if he actually has that VIP tower. I'm trying to follow all these racers at one time. He may have squeaked into the right tower without us seeing it, but I doubt it. So it's the only zone I think he had left.
So the Wall of Evil has 7 chests. So when you usually are looking for an item at the end of it and you have your 6 stone, it's something where it makes sense to go because there's 7 chests right there. As we said earlier, the Wall of Evil might contain one of the red hot items or one of the 3 required equipment, but right now he's just gonna go right away to the boss. He's now level 25, so he can swing the sword, and he's officially ready to fight the boss. And he's not opening the portal, so he's pretty confident that he's not gonna die. Because there is a portal right next to the castle there. We don't use magic on that phase to kill that first part of the boss because it creates a lag. And same thing for that boss fight, we will poke the blue flame to try and create less lag. And we are gonna wait till we fire the last one so that the laser from Dettol are not launched at the same time as he is launching the fire from his head, otherwise it creates a lag. And Ulk is right behind and gonna get his mole. And welcome SpeedGaming too. Welcome in, thank you for the raid. We are on our final of the Soul Blazer Randomizer Tournament percent number 4. This is our 4th year and you are watching the final right now. LostC0re is right about to finish first. And so it's gonna be his 3rd year in a row that he's winning the tournament.
There's the Hulk getting his final stone. We'll be entering the World of Evil momentarily.
And that's
there
a
it is,
GG.
GG.
And GG to winner, to LostC0re, or winner of the 4th annual tournament of percent. And yes, he did it again. I'll just see if he wants to come and chat with us. Just give me a moment. Okay, we'll see. I sent him the link. And now Ulk is going into his final boss fight.
Oh, I'm immediately in here. Okay.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome in, LostC0re, and congratulations on winning another percent tournament.
Thank you.
3rd year, wow. Congrats.
Thank you.
And so you will be going home. Well, actually, you're already home, but you will have a beautiful shadow box this year.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm still. It's still sinking in. I won.
It was a long seed, right?
Yeah. I also feel like I gambled my life savings away at every turn. It didn't really hit me how I actually managed to be faster than Bulk here until I realized that the VIP card was in World of Evil and he probably was missing the Phoenix, went through the entirety of that, got the VIP card, did right tower, and that is probably why I won.
VIP card is not in the World of Evil, sir.
It's not? Where?
Nope.
Oh, is it World 4? Wait. Where? I must have missed it. I still didn't have it. Where was that?
The VIP was on the crystal at the top of the mountain for Leno.
Ah. I see.
Yeah, you were
Thank
lucky that didn't cost you the raise, though, if you forgot it.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you had it or
it.
if you forgot since you're manually tracking. I was like, does he have it or did he forgot to mark it?
Oh yeah, no, I was wanting to go right tower for forever because I found it from the backtrack in World 2, and I was like trying to gamble to win at every turn. But yeah, as it turns out, sometimes just forgetting a spot actually wins you a race instead of loses it.
But yeah,
And there's the Hulk beating Death Toll, so we'll see if he wants to come in and join us, because we definitely have some questions for him.
Yeah, GG, the Hulk. Not far behind with 3 minutes behind. Let's see if he's coming. Hold on. Okay, and I was like, gonna say, yeah, that mold that had the last stone was so deep into the seed. Hello?
LostC0re muted his mic.
Oh, okay, sorry. Hey, Hulk, welcome!
Hello.
Hey, GG.
Yeah, GG. Dang. Dang. Stupid seed. I really played well. But dang, I'm never lucky. I'm really pissed off.
Yeah, I have to say this seed was very mean. That Phoenix placement.
Yeah, I did absolutely everything except for the left tower. At least I dodged that.
I did do the left tower.
Did you? You did everything?
No, I didn't do the right tower.
What?
Yes,
So,
I actually forgot the VIP card at the top of the Mountain of Souls.
Oh my god.
So, Hulk, our
Amazing.
first question for you
Sure.
is, what about that head? And how long it took you to go back for it?
What about that? What? Sorry.
The pedestal?
Yes. As soon as I saw what was in it, I was almost certain I lost because I made a lot of dungeons a lot harder than they needed to be, not having that sword. Then when I saw that Act 2, all the hanging items in Act 2 had a lot of stuff, I knew I was behind, or I had to be.
Yeah, because you could have access to that spirit sword within the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, that really sucks because I had to really play out of my league and play really well and to survive without armor and without a good sword. I think I played well, but I've just made all the wrong choices. That really sucks.
But also, LostC0re, you noped out of the power plant, but we knew that the Phoenix was there, so we're like, no!
Yeah, I thought there was probably going to be a stream moment where there's something I needed there, and then everyone would be like, no, go back for it.
Yeah, I got the information from the gourmet goat, and then I decided to go immediately.
Yep, but I believe QB was the first one to go there on his own, and he was the first one to have the Phoenix.
Oh, was he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty amazing seed. But yeah, the Blaster and Ghost Ship combo was completely fruitless.
As was the VIP tower.
Yeah, I think the entirety of World 3 was useless.
Except for Rockbird.
Rockbird had the mate that gives you the soul blade.
Ah, right.
Rockbird had stuff. Rockbird definitely had stuff. Yeah, for the rest, nothing.
I actually sequence broke Rockbird and Durian. But I ended up doing the entirety of it anyways. The other half with the bubble armor. It felt so dumb. At least showed it off. I only managed to skip right tower. I managed to skip absolutely nothing else.
Yeah. How you beat me by 4 minutes? I really don't get it. Maybe that stupid Spirit Sword.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll never beat you again.
Yeah, I did get that Spirit Sword early.
Yeah. I don't know how you do this. You seem to beat me every time. I can't beat you anymore.
I mean, just get lucky. I definitely would have lost if I actually remembered to get that item for the gay VIP card.
Yeah, maybe someday I'll be lucky. It looks like all the seeds I've done since I'm back to this game this year, I've always been unlucky with my choices. Maybe except for yesterday, I was kind of lucky. I skipped several bunkers. But yeah, today I played well, but dang, still, I'm a bit salty about that. I have to admit. But hey, it's a randomizer. It's just luck and stuff.
Well, GG on making it to the final.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Kaiten is now fighting Deadhole, so he's not very far behind either.
Nice.
And so next year is gonna be our 5th year. We were thinking about changing our goal. How do you feel about the first one that finds 25 medical herb?
That would be really fast.
That would be really interesting.
And then somebody asked if there was 25 medical herb, and we're like, I think so. If there's none, then nobody wins, and I go home with the prize.
Yeah, I don't know the exact number of herbs.
But while we wait for Kaiten to finish, I'm just gonna again say thank you all for making this randomizer. Thank you, Netta, for starting this tournament. And Emilis, thank you so much. You've been such a great help this year, and thank you for taking care of me yesterday. Unfortunately, I was sick and I couldn't commentate as much as I wanted, so she took the lead on that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for doing the commentary, the organization. Thank you very much. This is really fun every year.
Yeah, and thank you, Link, for doing our prize again. And thank you also for all the runners who participated. As I said earlier, we had the most person who did the pre-qualification seed this year. We never had so many peoples before. And GG Kaiten, who just finished with 7 minutes more than LostC0re, 4 minutes more than all. That's a great time as well. I'm gonna see if he wants to chat with us. There you go, the invitation is sent. So if you want to join our community, As I said, we have lots of fun. We have friendly races. We have the weekly, and every week I'm gonna put in the chat right now how to join. Oh, thank you, Annalise. And give a follow to our wonderful runners who gave us quite a show today, and to our commentators. Okay, I have no answer right now. Ah, there he is. Hi, Kaiten.
Hello.
Welcome in, Chitin. GG's on finishing that race.
Thank you. I'm a little salty.
You would not be alone in that category from what we've heard from the other runners.
I'm sorry. It was quite an adventure.
That it was.
Kaiten, you played so risky at the end.
Well, yeah, I had to. I knew I was behind. Well, I felt like I was behind.
Me and Endless were like, no, what if you forget, what if you like unlock something that does, what if you miss something that's an NPC that gives you an item?
I know exactly what I was doing, and I knew it was a risk. But because I broke Rockbird and Durian, and I got like nothing out of it, I felt like I was super behind. So when I got the last NPC and I just needed items, I'm like, I'm just gonna go and check all the items, and hopefully it's an item check.
Well, you were not alone in that sequence breaking, by any means. But yeah, it was a lot of risky playing.
And then I abandoned the Scorpions with my particular routing and then the sequence of items that we got. I abandoned the Scorpions, and then when I finally went back to them and got nothing again, I was like, yeah, that's game over for me. It's like, I have nowhere left. Like, I exhausted all my options, like all my risks. It's like now I have to start revisiting places and get the NPCs that I skipped.
But you were the first one, I believe, to do Lisa's dream. No, you were the first one to show us that Lisa was required.
Well, I'll always do Lisa.
She didn't fail you this time.
Not this time.
Yeah,
Alright.
it pays off sometimes.
Very rarely. Well, thank you two for participating this year. Great job. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, thanks a lot for all the commentary and everything. It's been a great pleasure, as always.
And I'll hope to see you again next year.
Well, sure. Certainly.
Have a great afternoon. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, GG guys. GG.
GG.
Okay, and we are back on watching ALIENsCUBE. And right now he's missing 2 stones, so now we know that one of them is the Woodstone Trio, and the other one is
The little gift from that escort mole, and
Yep,
we know that ALIENsCUBE did the moles or the mushroom dream early, so it's just going to be waiting to see when he goes back to Act 2 to finish collecting those items.
Yep. Oh, I pray he's gonna start the singer. I could hear my favorite song in the game. Oh no. No luck this weekend. Oh, I'm sorry, Orpheus. This is the end. You'll have a chance next year.
Or, of course, there's always you can join the Discord and watch when we hold, casual races, or learn it yourself to be a part of it. And of course, there are always the VODs from SpeedGaming.
Yeah, I believe they're all available on YouTube as well. Oh, and is he going to do the mushroom dream? Let's go, QB! Oh, no. Oh, go, QB! Do the Woodson trio!
And like I said, I think he has the ability to take that mole back. No? Thought he did the...
No, he didn't do the mushroom
early.
dream. No. I think he was amazed at that placement of the stone.
Now he's sitting there doing the, okay, where do I go now?
Let's try telepathy with him again.
It was telepathy with the Hulk earlier. Now let's try with ALIEnCUBE.
Let's try with QB. Mushroom dream. Mushroom dream.
Oh, he still had right tower to do. Or left tower to do.
So yeah, that place is full of lag, as you can see right now, because there's too many NPCs that are spawning at the same time. It even makes it sometimes impossible to use magic there, because there's too much enemy on the screen. So instead of left tower, we should rename it Black Tower. Bada boom.
Yes, it does have a lot of lag, and it's one of the few places that actually you can kind of skip out on the item to get in here, so... LostC0re there in chat giving us some more answers to questions we normally ask, but we were trying to keep it to a minimum since everybody was kind of piling in here.
Oh, right, that lair when you went back to the mushroom. That was a question from Nita. Why is he walking back? I'm like, I think he death warp instead of opening the lair. Again, we have to say that this seed was rough. They had no armor until Act 4 or 5, depending on the path they chose, but it was a hard beginning of a seed. The first sword they found was Lucky Blade, and it was quite far into the game. They went to Act 2 at level 2 with nothing. They were naked. And there was a lot of statues at the beginning.
Yeah, so they got the lucky blade there in the yeah, they got it there in the fire shrine after the metal monsters, and then by that point they had most of our emblems to then check the pedestal, in which then they quickly got the spirit sword, or most of them got the spirit sword kind of early. But it definitely was a rough seed depending on how you route. Kite asking about the early deaths. I think the only one that we really saw early deaths from, like in large quantities that we could actually tell was from Alien. He kept trying to do those statues in the beginning.
Yep. But
instead of just kind of moving forward. But yeah, it still wasn't like a super a lot of deaths either. But there were a few.
Yeah, so right now the blue jewel you're seeing never has an item, if you didn't know. So in the left tower, there's only NPCs to have.
An alien popping into chat saying he's not sure what he's missed. So
You're missing the mushroom dream, QB. Although I don't know if he has it, but I believe he does.
okay, and with that, we're gonna guess that QB has hit the forfeit on the race button, Queenie?
Yep.
Okay, so GG's QB for getting this far and giving a good show. You did do some stuff earlier than other runners. And so thank you for all of our runners that have participated this weekend.
Yes, thank you so much. It was a crazy year again. Although not as crazy in the sense that I'm happy nothing bad happened this year. Nobody lost his power or his internet. Nobody's house was on fire.
A lot of that stuff kind of happened after they got through the seed. It wasn't in the seed. Thank you, SpeedGaming, for hosting us again this year. Hopefully we will continue to work closely with you guys and be back here again next year.
Yes, hopefully. I can't believe it was already our 4th year. And yeah, we'll think about something special for a 5th year.
Thank you to everybody that has popped in to view these races this weekend, and all the members of the community that popped in to give all of these runners support. If you liked what you saw, of course, join our Discord. Give a follow to the runners. If you enjoyed the commentary, please give us a follow as well. You can check us out on our own channel, or potentially we'll be back here doing this again next year.
Yeah, and you can see the prize in the tournament in the chat right now. The prize that LostC0re won, and if you want to purchase it, It's a unique piece that will only be sold for a limited time, and all weekend you have 25% off with the code. What was the code?
Soul Sale.
Soul Sale. Thank you. I'll put it in the chat in 1 second.